Hello and welcome to Respect the Crit. I'm Ian Duncan, your host and game master, and I am joined by some of my lovely friends, and they're going to be playing some lovely characters here. Firstly, the blinky eye, maybe sleepy eye, Jamie Lee-Bonés. Jamie.
Very sleepy-eyed. Hi, I am Jamie. I will be playing Elo, or Lorna, the modified medical droid.
And birthday all year round boy.
Birthday almost boy.
Alex Herrera.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I will be playing Beegax, the Doug Slicer. Also, Jamie didn't want anyone to know, but she's eating McDonald's. And,
Shit,
gotcha.
Alex.
Gotcha.
Why you gotta put her on Front Street? Why you gotta put her on Front Street?
Because that fish fillet, whatever the hell you're eating, smelled hell yeah.
It worries me that my burger smelled like fish.
Oh, it was a burger? Oh, shit.
Well, that's McDonald's for you.
Yeah.
And it's as healthy as it smells.
Oh, so true.
All right. Well, let's stuff the remainder of our fries in our mouth and jump into hyperspace. What do you say? Let's go.
Let's do it.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Episode 7, Warm Welcome! Elo and Beegax limp into Socorro after narrowly escaping a pirate attack within the asteroid belt surrounding the planet. The crew of the Crooked Horn, led by Captain D'Vreq Nemenox, left the intrepid spacer's ship broken and damaged, but ultimately unplundered. With their spirits tested, their bodies pushed to their limits, and their ship in bad need of repair, Elo and Beegax brave a new and possibly dangerous world, hoping for a warmer welcome upon the black sands of this outer rim frontier.
We see a field of stars, and going through the frame here from top to bottom is a ship, the Way, and oh boy, does this ship look like it has taken some knocks. There is smoke and possibly life support system leaking out, sparks, and we follow this ship panning up as along its trajectory towards an enormous red giant star that rims a dark and dusty world. This is the planet Socorro on the outer rim of the galaxy.
One of Beegax's goals. Cross off the list.
Mm-hmm.
Got away from Empire. Fuck yeah, we did.
Yeah. So you guys have made it to Socorro, limping into Socorro. Oh, and you know what we should do? We should roll the destiny roll.
Hell yeah,
Let's roll the destiny roll.
Oh, 2 dark side points.
No! 2 more dark
Holy
side
crap.
points.
We start with 4.
Fudge. We start with 4.
And I'm gonna roll.
Yeah.
Of
Okay,
course,
don't do 2.
Don't do 2.
Don't do 2
No,
dark.
Don't do, because I was gonna do 2
Okay.
dark.
No, 4
All right.
light. Do
no,
4 light.
Opposite.
Opposite. of that.
Yeah, do
All right.
4 light.
2 dark, 2 dark, 2 dark.
1 dark.
1 dark. That's 5 dark side
dark
points.
sides.
Ooh, it's gonna be a good night for Daddy.
Ichuta DM.
Our ship and me are already
Oh, yeah, you're in bad shape, too. I forgot.
bad shape, dog.
Well, you're out of luck because I don't know how to repair droids.
That's the truth.
No, so that's 5 dark side points for everyone at home. That's 5 dark side points. That's probably the maximum, almost the maximum you could roll.
You know
6
why?
is
Because
the
I
maximum.
didn't get the chair that you asked me to get.
Oh, that's what it was.
That's right,
The
yeah.
unlucky.
Karma.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, we call it the Force. So the other thing that we did was we rolled an obligation roll at the end of our session, and that came up 11, which indeed triggers one of your obligations.
Well, I know it can't be mine because 11 is my lucky number.
Uh-oh.
And we know it can't be Beegax's. Why?
I don't know. I'm praying that it's not mine.
That's right. I was trying to leave it in suspense who it was going to be, and it is definitely Elo.
Oh my god. Okay.
So I didn't think that, I honestly didn't think that it was going to be this early that we were going to get
either.
this kind of
Fudge.
roll. But here we are. This is kind of a tough thing for Elo, I would imagine. Like, this is your first adventure without Borsk, and you've picked up a straggler. You've decimated the ship. Like,
Yeah, you. I mean, you.
the collective you. And there is an actual mechanical effect, and that is it when an obligation is triggered, it affects everyone in the party. Now, typically, it would be your strain threshold goes down by 1 for everyone in the party, and 2 by the person whose obligation is triggered. When you roll doubles, like 11, those
Don't get
numbers,
anything at all. It's totally fine. We like negate out.
Oh, it's even better. It's
okay.
doubled
Okay,
for
got it.
everyone. So everyone in the party's threshold is reduced by 2 and reduced by 4 for the person whose obligation is triggered. And so that could be for Beegax as well, like how Beegax is handling this situation, the stress of this.
Of piloting the ship.
Yeah, maybe of piloting the ship, or like, you know, like you wanted to come to the outer rim and baby, this is the outer rim. It might be too much even for Beegax. And if Beegax is having a tough time in the outer rim, you know Chai Chai is.
That's a good point.
If he even made it.
My heart. No.
You guys are flying in to the Socorro system, and it takes some time to get clearance to land, because your credentials although they seem legit, they aren't recognized by anyone on planet. And this is a fact that is made very, very clear to you over the comms in both basic and old Corellian.
Oh, I don't speak that.
Likely none of you do, though actually Elo might speak some old Corellian. You are a protocol droid. Would you like to flip a light side point?
What light side point?
Why'd you say that? Oh, wow, dude.
Low. That's low.
But yeah, so there's like chatter like, oh, sorry, we're trying to get you a flight path, but there's just a lot of traffic down here. If you could just hang out, we'll get you situated.
They're telling us this over the...
Yeah, they're like talking to you over comms. You're in communication.
Do we suspect that this is them? I'm not being aggro, but trying to like stall?
Yeah, you can roll me
Boy, here we go.
Cool. It might be more cool.
Yeah. Okay. What's the difficulty setting?
Well, let's call it an average check.
That's 2.
Yeah, 2 purple. Thank you.
2v2, because I have 2 green on my cool. 3 successes, 1 threat.
Yeah, you for sure they are stalling, and in a way that it feels like they don't need to be.
Beegax is obviously piloting this thing. He'll look at Elo and see that they have, eyes falling out of the socket. Some pieces might be kind of, moving, like flapping in the beautiful but semi not functioning air conditioning cockpit. Kind of grunt. And then he'll try and make up a light. Hey, ground, we have a medical emergency. I need to land this thing.
Oh, I'm sorry, Master Durgo. We just don't have the facility for that. If you could just hang tight.
And he's gonna slam the intercom again. Listen to me, you Griffin muskrat. I need to land this thing.
Okay.
All right?
We don't need the
People
language.
are dying up here, you understand? People are gonna die. And I'm gonna let go of the intercom, and then I'm just gonna if I'm in some sort of holding pattern, I'm gonna break it and just basically start going down as if I'm gonna land on a landing pad, but still be within reasonable distance that I'm not gonna crash in. And I'm not driving like a maniac. I'm just like, hey, it's like somebody trying to cut you off on the highway, and they're doing the little I'm gonna do it, and then they do it.
So as you do this, you get a hail. Master Durgo, it seems that you are coming in now. If you are an unauthorized ship, we will open fire.
Oh God! All right, so he's gonna pull back up,
and then he says something in old Corellian that you just don't understand. But with that roll, there's almost a hint of glee in it.
Yeah, he wants to blow us out of the sky. So then I'm gonna look at, or Beegax will look at Elo. Hey, take the controls for a sec.
Elo is probably patching themselves up a little bit and will, while in the middle of giving themselves the equivalent of stitches, will stand up and walk over towards Beegax. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. My history behind the wheel isn't that great.
All you have to do is tell me if any of the buttons start flashing. That's all you gotta do.
All right.
And don't hit the throttle thingy like you did the last time. Because I'm assuming that's what you did when you... And he's gonna motion towards the back, like the back of the ship, as if it's like, hey, that's where you broke the thing. He's gonna get up out of the seat in a very Doug manner by like slapping his hands on the ground, tuck, 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 walking over. He's gonna go over to that like tiny...
As soon as you do, like, all the buttons start flashing.
I'm just maneuvering so that I'm in like... I have the center console in front of me because I know it kind of reaches out. I'm assuming it like stretches out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use the onboard computer that I used last time for slicing. I'm going to try and see if I can basically get almost like a screen mirroring thing going. Like, can I see what they're looking up? I want to see what he's seeing on his screen down below.
Yeah, you won't be able to do that without a hard
I need
connection.
A hard line. Yeah. Oh, damn it. Maybe I'll just scan my systems. Like, okay, is there a port where I can land that doesn't require authorization?
Can you look up on your ship what kind of like scanners you might have?
Oh, yeah, we have.
Because I think you have some, but I don't think they're very...
We just have short sensor rays.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the equipment and the stuff available on this ship, like, you're not able to figure out another port.
Beegax will begrudgingly move back to the captain's seat, or pilot's seat, sit back down, and whatever sequence needs to be hit for like maintaining the course, he'll hit the buttons and just be like grunting to himself. I never should have come here. This planet's terrible.
Yeah, I imagine it's like all the buttons are flashing as soon as you walk away, and Elo is just sitting there, and then Beegax like perturbed goes, looks stuff, just like comes back into the seat, boop, 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 hits the sequence button, all the buttons stop flashing. Elo has just...
Oh yeah, the buttons were flashing.
Yeah, they were flashing.
But while you guys are sort of like stuck in this holding pattern, waiting for clearance down to the spaceport, you have a chance to catch a breath. If you'd like to roll a discipline roll to get back any strain or anything like that,
I have wounds. So it'd be discipline for wounds, right?
Nope, just for strain. You could have Elo run a medical check or do some
I'm like 7 out of 12, so I'm okay. We're not going to get any firefights, I don't think.
I was going to say, we haven't really gone through a game where we didn't get in a firefight.
That is very true. You need it, though.
I need it bad. Yeah. Elo
I'll also try to patch her up. Or patch them up if I can.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
you can.
Or Beegax will inform Elo. Yeah, we got a hold. I'm sure you heard them talking. They're probably tracking us or something right now. These credentials are crap. And as he like grunts, his little skin flaps kind of flurry. When he gets mad, he exhales profusely. So it's just like flapping all the time. So he doesn't have any beads like Sabola, but the tendrils kind of just flap around.
Did they say what the holdup might be?
And they said they have no landing ports. And then as they say that, they both look out the cockpit view and they can clearly see like empty little docking platforms.
Well, you probably can't see the port from yet.
Oh, how far are we?
You're above planet.
Oh,
you're not.
atmosphere.
Yeah, you're outside of atmosphere.
Never
Yeah.
mind. So okay,
You made a fast dash trying down the planet. They were like,
it's like some guns come from behind asteroids. What's the difficulty for this, or is it just based on successes?
So you're doing a mechanics check first, right?
And there's no...
Yeah. What's your wound? What are your wounds at? Are they half or more than half?
My wounds are 8 out of 12.
That'll be an average, so 2 purple mechanics
Yeah,
check.
2 purple, just all day.
All day or day.
No. 1 success.
So you can heal 1 wound. So you're doing a medicine check and a discipline check, correct? Let's do the medicine check first. And you're sitting pretty good on wounds, right? You're not below
I'm
half.
like almost the same. 7 out of 12, yeah.
Yeah, so just an average 2
Average,
purple.
2 purple.
Yeah.
Nope, just 3 successes.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And then you have your surgeon ability that
Yeah.
works somehow. I don't remember.
Oh
so,
my gosh.
Yeah.
Thank you
But-
so much, DM.
So I get 3 back total then.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm at 10 out of 12, so not bad.
That's not bad.
And then my discipline, which is just 2.
Yeah, it's
Same
pretty good.
average.
There's no difficulty. You can just do a simple check, and the successes are the amount of strain that you can regain.
Okay. So none. Great.
Just 2 advantages.
Okay.
Like in my head, it seems so cute. Like the 2 of you just sitting across from each other, like
Fixing each other.
fixing each other. And like, go ahead and just describe what you guys are doing.
I would assume, because I'm short, that Elo needs to sit down in something. Mm-hmm. And I'm probably over their back or their shoulder, and just like their head is sideways, and I'm like fixing the visible wires that are coming out, because that's what bothers Beegax the most. He's like, yeah, I can't have these things flying around. So he's just taking like the repair kit comes with a really like terrible piece of like steel. It's just like, oh, just use this thermal paste, and he's like sticking it on. He's like, I think I'm doing it right. And then he'd be like, my turn. Take off his like raggedy, the shirt that's supposed to be the nice, like it's supposed to be like the regal shirt. Let's just like slip out half of it, and you see like there's some scarring and stuff, some new scratches, some new wounds, and he'll just like sit in front of Elo.
Yeah, and whatever the new wounds were, Elo would treat right away, but probably wouldn't pay much attention to your old scars or anything. Like, that's between you and your physician.
You're my physician now.
Yeah.
I'm freelance. I don't have healthcare.
Now that we're all patched up, it's been quite a while that we've just been sitting here waiting.
Eventually, like, as you guys are done sitting down, there is a spaceport that becomes opened up, and you are given clearance to fly down at Socorro Spaceport. You might know this just as common knowledge. The word Socorro is Old Corellian for scorched earth.
Oh no.
And that is what this planet looks like coming in. There is this enormous red star that lights everything up. And as you come down, you see the port itself. It is enormous. It's built adjacent to a city, to the city here, but it could easily be a city itself. Its twin towers stretch up high, rising above this tiered port, and the tiers of it seem to get more luxurious the further up that they go. As your ship descends, you see the black sands of Socorro against the horizon of this red sun, and just this vast volcanic ashen desert stretches out into a spine of these hazy mountains. You can see an outcropping of enormous rock formation that looks like 4 standing stones that almost seem to like animate in that heat haze that warbles the atmosphere. And if you kind of squint, it almost looks like hooded figures with their heads bowed. Off in the horizon, just away from the city, you can see the half skeleton of some kind of construction project that is being built, and it's large itself, digging deep into the earth of these dark sands and high into the sky. The architecture of it is asynchronous with the architecture of the city and the port. The port itself, the towers are amazing and fine looking, but they share a common thread with the city here. But this construction outside is something entirely different.
Beegax looks at Elo when they're landing and says, new construction projects on an outer rim world. Might be Imperial. And he gets you can tell there's some nervousness in his voice when he says that. And he doesn't try to hide it.
Do you think that's what took them so long to allow us to port in?
I really hope not. He's gonna start like chewing on one of his free hands, like nervous, and then he's gonna just begin the landing procedure if they give him the green light.
They do, and you dock in somewhere in the middle, the mid-tier of this thing. The city spreads out away from the port, and it's like simple ferrocrete structures. There's this sand everywhere. And as the way sort of comes down, we like cut down to street level. We like get that camera view where we're like way down in the city and we're like seeing the ship come in from the sky. Maybe there's some kind of like canine creatures like fighting over food in the street as the denizens move to and fro, or like there's like a dangerous looking native creature here like snorting an alien language in the direction of the city as the way comes down, and maybe some sort of like muppety alien like looks up in curiosity as you land on the platform.
Beegax is gonna look at Elo again. I should probably freshen up. We gotta present myself as I forget the name.
Durgo?
Durgo. Master Durgo.
Durgo.
Yeah, I gotta be Master Durgo. Is there a shower here?
Yeah. Yeah, there would be a shower. That would be weird if there wasn't one. It's like, I mean,
Well, I don't know where it is. I haven't had a chance to look at this.
We
shit.
call them freshers in Star Wars.
I don't picture, well, okay, when I picture like a space shower, my idea of a space shower is like a tank girl shower, where it's like, oh, you're just going in there to cover yourself in clean powder so that you don't smell like shit. But Ella will sort of lead you through, I assume probably the nicest bathroom would be through Borsk's chambers.
That sounds interesting. Yeah, maybe there's like a ensuite fresher in Borsk's, like this little small one. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
let
I
him
think
you let him use that one.
I think Ella would probably lead you in there through into the bathroom and just say, feel free to freshen up. There's also extra clothes if you need.
I don't want to rip your master's nice clothes because I'm going to have to make him look like this. And he's going to point to the one he's wearing.
And Ella will look down at your like torn up, like ragged rags, basically. Yeah. And
it was a nice shirt at some point.
At one point,
So we never went over, but I'm assuming when the ship was like getting blown up, like sparks and stuff were coming out and like damaging what he was wearing. He probably sweat a lot while flying because he's panicking.
Sure. Yeah, and the blood, all the blood.
Yeah, and from the earlier wounds.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Ella will just sort of look at you and will look down at you and say, that's fine. We should hurry up, though.
All right. So he'll freshen up. He'll be super fast.
As you both walk by the fresher, there is the body of a Trandoshan blasted in the medical bay.
We never jettisoned him.
He's in binders attached to just a table, I think. Yeah. Just laying there.
I don't want to do the Beegax one, do it. Hey, yeah. Put that in one of those boxes in the cargo hold. Or if there's anywhere to hide it. I mean, your master was kind of a spy, right?
I mean, I bet there's hidey holes all over this ship. I'm sure that Ella would be able to find somewhere, if not in a box in some closet or
hide them real good.
You know, like they would know the ship more than anyone. Let's hide a body.
All right. This is a big old Trandoshan covered in armor. You want to make me in athletics?
Wasn't that big.
And in the end, was he even that big?
I mean, a bike hit him and he got back up, essentially.
That's true.
Make me an athletics check to like haul this body, see if you can get this body.
Average, or because he's so big, difficult?
Yeah, let's make it hard.
That's 3?
Yes, 3.
I mean, if you think about it practically, though, he's missing most of his brain. He's probably a little bit lighter. Just by his smidge.
There wasn't much brain there to begin with.
3 disadvantage, 3 success.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, so 3 threat.
3
right?
threat, yes.
3 threat.
I always do advantage,
yeah,
disadvantage,
I know,
sorry.
We're
off of D&D.
We're hardwired.
Yeah, hardwired. So where do you put this body? Because you are able to move it.
I suppose just like a closet somewhere. And honestly, they would probably be a little sloppy about it. That might be the threat, is that they would be a little sloppy about it. They're like, just kick this in there. No one's going to be looking on my ship.
Whatever you put it in, you have to like sort of like squish the door closed a little bit.
Don't open that door.
Yeah, you have to like push a face in and like move an arm in a position it's not supposed to be on a living person.
It's the Goonies.
Yeah, it's the Goonies. Yeah.
It's a stiff.
All the while, Beegax is in the fresher. This is the captain area bathroom.
So his fresher is probably in there.
Yeah.
It's probably pretty like a musty old man's room, too.
Maybe.
You know?
Like that grandpa smell.
It just has that stank on it where it's like, ooh, this guy was in Vietnam.
Oh boy.
Back in the Clone Wars,
Everyone looked the same.
you couldn't tell them apart.
Cody and Laser.
Rex.
Rex. Oh, he was the worst.
They all had different hair, but they wore the same cocking helmet.
Some of them had scars.
What the fuck did I do? What did I do?
You opened this can of worms. So Beegax is in the pressure.
Having a
Yeah, so
bubble
I
bath.
would assume it's like has some water, so it's just like falling off of him, and like it's just one of those scenes where it's like the water's hitting the ground, but I would assume because I have time now to collect myself, how hard a time he had with those space pirates, and to account for this strain being my total being low, it's like visions of Chai Chai in some ship with some weirdos, and they just get blasted out of the stars, and he just like shakes it off. Oh, Griff. And just like wipes the water or whatever off of his face, turns it off. Walks. I would assume it's like open to the bedroom. So he's just like walking out into the quarters, and he realizes there's no towel. And he's like, ugh. And he just looks around and probably grabs like a really nice blanket that's just laid across this bed. And he just looks up, hey, I'm sorry, guy. Just starts like cleaning his nether regions with it.
Wait, continue.
Yeah,
And now we're all wondering what a Doug's dick looks like.
It's probably like
corkscrew like a pig.
maybe, yeah. I mean, what else would it be like? There's like no animal to compare it to. Like maybe a dog, but it's even worse.
We'll linger tastefully along the just out of frame.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like anything that's shot down there is just his feet. It's just his feet moving across the ground.
And Beegax has like a butt double.
A much younger, younger, more firm butt double.
Yeah.
He'll just get he'll open the drawer, get some of the clothes out. Like he's not gonna go snooping around. That's not his MO. So he'll just get it closed and he'll look at it, right, and just start like ripping pieces off. So he makes the sleeve holes for his arms. Because like they have these really long upper arms, right? And they're pretty, and he has the ones on the ground, like the floor, the walking leg arms or whatever you want to call them. So he has to make those holes a little bigger. And then he'll look for some sort of cloak or something so he can put it over, so it kind of matches. But the outfit doesn't look like it's been handmade because I'm supposed to be this Master Jurgo guy. So he'll look for a nice cloak that matches the color scheme. He'll stick to like reds. I'm like, all right, this is good. Put it on.
And as you do so, like as you're both sort of like getting ready, there is like a proximity or something, like someone is approaching the ship from the landing here.
I picture like right as Elo is like smashing this head into the closet, it's like proximity alert. Smashes this closet closed.
Yeah.
Runs over to the monitors to see what's up.
And when you smash it, it's like, because the ship's so busted up, it's like proximity.
It's gonna be fun to get that bill.
Yeah, so you can see like coming up is a dark-skinned man that approaches, and he has a wonderful smile. On either side of him looks like the port security or something, and they just seem to be coming up. They seem like port officials.
Oh, I just had a really great idea, but it's too late. We already stuffed the body. Anyway.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Well, no, I was going to say we should blame these guys and say that they're the reason this Trandoshan died because we were trying to get medical help. Damn it.
That would have been... No, but he has got a big old laser blast.
He does have a big blast fire in his head.
If we had just let him bleed out, it would have been better.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't know. He died from ramming his head into a blaster fire. He just slipped and fell into it.
Stationary beam. He ran right into it.
Well, I suppose seeing them, they're waiting at like our entrance for us to come out, I assume. Elo will walk over to Beegax. We have to go.
He'll fix the robe, the cloak. All right. Remember, I'm in charge. And he'll wink up at them.
Yeah, you're looking pretty spiffy, Durgo.
Thank you, servant. Hit the button. The ramp comes down, and then in the classic Han Solo Bespin Cloud City scene, they'll walk down. It's a little more red though, right? Because we're on some volcanic hellscape.
Very red. And the first thing that you notice here is the heat.
Oh.
It is hot here, and it's that kind of heat. We sometimes we get it in LA, but it's like if you've ever been, and I don't mean to like localize this too much, but if you've ever been to like Arizona
Vegas.
or
Dry.
Nevada,
Yeah.
it's dry and it's like a heat that follows you everywhere.
You hear the wind, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, and it's just
In the
hot air.
shade, it's the same
Yeah.
temperature. Like it's hot, and maybe you register this differently because you certainly feel this on the skin, but.
Should probably just, they have probably meters on their body.
I
Like,
just feel my fans turn on.
they kick in. I fixed the one in the neck, so you're welcome. You know.
As this happens, is you feel this heat and you see the sky, there's like a glitch that happens in Elo's vision. And suddenly the sky, it's a red sky, you can see it, but it sort of glitches out into another red sky, a different sky, but just very briefly.
You tell me. I don't know. You get that assassin protocol in there that I couldn't access last time.
And then it's gone.
Can I? Is it an error with me, or is it an error with my surroundings, or can I not tell?
And by error in your surroundings, you mean like, did the world glitch out? Like, is this a
Kinda.
Matrix? Okay.
I was like, okay.
We're in a simulation.
Did the world just glitch?
I think
Because it's the same red sky. Are they trying to like Rick and Morty us right now and throw us in a simulation? Like, what is happening?
I see. Yeah. Make me, I would say either perceptions or if you're like doing a check on yourself, maybe computers.
System diagnosis or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
So whichever
Run the
That
one
would probably
of
be
those
the
is
first thing. Like, let me check myself really quick. 2 successes and 1 advantage.
better. System's normal.
Okay. So there's nothing wrong with me. The world just aired out, though Elo at this moment will keep it to themselves. What am I gonna? They're right there.
Semi-sentient droid that's like, I don't want to get scrapped.
What breaks you out of it maybe is this individual coming in. He dresses Beegax. Master Durgo. Welcome to Socorro Spaceport.
Thanks.
Sorry for keeping you waiting. We are very, very busy. Thank you. Thank you for your patience.
Well, you know, the medical emergency luckily was handled by my servant/doctor.
Points to Elo. He'll also pull down on his shirt and show some of the fresh wounds that have been sealed up to like, hey, this was the medical emergency, and he'll quickly pull it back in place.
I'm very glad things got worked out and that you find yourself here unharmed.
Barely. Show me to some accommodations. I need a rest.
Well, you can find those in Vakaya, our city. We don't have any accommodations here in the spaceport, although we do have many fine facilities, places to eat, things like that. But we've got some very basic questions to go over, you know, protocol and that sort of thing that we're going to ask you.
Of course.
And I'm gonna he'll look at Elo and like quickly just subtly hint like, hey, follow my lead. Like just kind of like.
And it was Master Durgo, or is it Mr. Durgo?
Master Durgo. I own land. I own multiple ships. I feel that I've done well for myself and for my servant.
And from behind you, like the ship just
like
doesn't
something
spark.
Yes.
I see. And so Master is your first name, or is that like a?
It's a title.
Okay, I don't know. This is Star Wars. We all have weird names. Some are just words in English that we pronounce differently.
And as the thing kind of falls, or like sparks.
I'm gonna need a repair crew.
You will have access to all of our facilities here on Socorro. What brings you to Socorro, Mr. Durgo?
Investments.
And he's obviously lying, 1,000%. But he's being very generic because he's trying to figure out like, okay, what the hell is this planet useful for? Like, what would people? He's like, as he says investments, he's thinking like, okay, what next, smart guy?
Are they blocking our way out?
Yeah, they're.
Yeah, they are like standing in the way, but it seems like this is standard practice, unless like an intimidation tactic. He just smiles. We didn't recognize your transponder codes coming in. The Gray Wing, I believe. We didn't have it in our logs anywhere. Is it your first time on Socorro?
Yes. I'm just looking at the outer rim for investments, like I said.
And he's gonna quickly kind of just like scan the horizon. We don't have any light side points, so I can't use them. But I'm hoping to do maybe a vigilance or perception check to just find inspiration as to like, can I pick up what is the main export of this planet?
Oh, I see.
You know?
From where you are.
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check, and we'll call it. I think it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, because I'm quickly scanning.
Yeah, because
That's totally fair. One threat, but no successes, no failures.
you're sweating, Mr. Durgo.
It's very hot and I've never been here. You do the math.
So your first time flying the Grey Wing in here. Is that why it says the way on the side of your ship?
I haven't had a chance to get a new paint job or repair.
And then as he points, I imagine more sparks.
Let's just say the last owner didn't take very good care of the ship.
And then in his head, he's thinking, I'm sorry, Elo.
Ella's just gritting their electronic teeth.
Well, we do have some of the finest crews here at Socorro. I know Socorro might seem out of the way, but I can assure you this is up to even an Imperial class standard spaceport.
I can see that.
And then he's going to point to the construction.
That's, is that up to Imperial standards or is this a different investor?
That would be a different investor.
Internally.
I hear it's going to be some kind of casino.
Well, I'd like to meet some of the, maybe founding members or investors of that project. You can see I'm a dog. I know a little thing or two about gambling.
Oh, is that what you do? Are you a gambler?
Occasionally. I don't take very many lousy bets these days.
Well, let this be friendly advice and nothing more. I wouldn't want to gamble too much with a hut.
And he'll make like a face like, I understand. Like he'll get it, like, yep, totally. And then he'll point like,
Shall we?
and he'll point to the like an entrance nearby.
Oh, just a few more questions, Mr. Durgo. You understand, just protocol. He gives you like this really nice smile. He's got a very handsome smile. And he says, how long will you be staying with us, Mr. Durgo?
Need to get the ship fixed. Looking to make some investments here. Maybe spend some credits. Maybe earn some credits. A short time, but not too short, I hope.
And where will you be staying?
I'm looking at Vikea. It seems like a pretty reasonable place to stay. If everyone's as courteous as you, then I'm sure we'll find something nice there. What was your name again, sir? I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch it.
I may have not introduced myself. Varlo Jakal. I'm the customs officer here. We like to have a hands-on approach here at Socorro Spaceport. It's a pleasure to meet you. I hope you enjoy your time here, you and your droid.
Of course, and if you need any assistance, perhaps with any cargo that you need identified.
Cargo, yes. Are you bringing in cargo? Can I see a manifest?
Of course.
And he'll snap his fingers.
Jamie's loving that.
Elo this whole time has been trying to be hypersensitively perceptive to both this gentleman and his compatriots as well as the surroundings, all because of what had occurred earlier. So though Elo is part of this conversation, they're not completely paying attention. They're basically like scanning everything to see if there's anything else that may be out of place, because it was a really odd thing that happened and I can't talk to you about it yet, so I gotta figure it out. So probably wouldn't respond right away with your... They'll shake their head and sort of walk a little bit closer over to Beegax, and just while looking at Varlo, will just sort of like, what is it you needed, Master?
I need the data pad with the manifest.
And Elo would grab that and hand it over, but still being very perceptive towards these three individuals in front of them.
So you just hand me a data pad.
Yeah.
I would grab it and quickly, with not in view of Varlo, but I would like access our credentials, and assuming it's like the complete credential package. Come on, fake I hope there's a fake manifest in there, so he's gonna keep looking for it.
I think what you find is there is no manifest. Like, you have no cargo. There's nothing listed on it.
I will quickly, using computers if I can, draft one up like as fast. Like if I could just like generate one quick. Like I don't know if it's even enough time to do so.
Okay, don't want to say no, but I think this is going to be... I think this is difficult
hard
to do, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's impossible to do.
Thank God, because then that means there's less red dice.
So let's call it a daunting computers check.
Oh,
So that's 4 purple.
first.
4 purple. Can I have one more purple, please? 2 threat and 1 failure.
Failure.
So super fails.
I think it's like you're you're sweating. It's like you're sliding all over the data pad. It's getting like
Yeah, and it's very apparent that like I can't find it. So it's like, give me your homework. And you're just like in your backpack. It's in here.
Mr. Durgo?
It appears the file's been misplaced. If you'd like, I can walk you through the cargo hold. Show you that we have nothing on board of illicit intentions.
Oh, that's fine. We can do a scan of your ship.
He's gonna like walk up to the guy and kind of like put my arm around him and say,
I don't think a scan would be necessary, as I mentioned.
and I'm gonna whisper so the little 2 dudes can't hear me.
You do me a favor, I do one for you.
Are you trying to bribe me,
No.
Master Durgo?
No, of course not. I'm merely proposing an exchange of services.
Roll me a negotiation check.
God damn it.
You know what, Alex? Just flip a light side point.
Oh wait.
Just for the light side point.
Wow, this is what it feels like, huh? To not have any. This is what it feels like when the force is against you.
Damn, Mercury retrograde. That's what this is.
That's what
You
this
know that?
is. Yeah. My horoscope said don't take risks, and yet here I am taking risks all day. This is gonna be like that meme of the Hot Fuzz where the guy has the shotgun. Shame. We just got here.
This is gonna be 3.
Come on, spirit of all the dead Jedi, help me out here. Plo Koon, Kare Munde, Mace Windu,
Kit Fisto.
Yoders,
Yoder.
Kid Fisto, my least favorite one, but I like you for the assistance. I thought it was gonna be. It almost was, but then I mentioned Kid Fisto, and it was like, nah. 3 threats.
3 threats.
And nothing else.
I think you'll find that we don't take those kind of investments here at Socorro Spaceport.
My mistake.
Why don't we talk about fees? It's a 20 credit landing fee, 5 credits for berthing, that's 5 credits per day. You'll have access to our facilities. We take a 1% tariff on any goods coming in or going out, but it seems we'll settle that up when you decide to leave after your stay here at Socorro.
Of course.
We also have a visitor's visa for newcomers into Socorro, 5 credits each, and we don't charge for droids,
Fantastic.
but we do charge a droid registration fee. Also, carrying any restricted weapons into the city will require a weapons permit. Anything that is ranged or anything over 10 centimeters.
Okay, that's a new one.
And we like to keep things safe here at Socorro.
I'm not inferring that I'm gonna start any trouble. Just Socorro seems a little bit strict to be in the Outer Rim, but nonetheless, I will abide.
Okay, so Elo is gonna try a thing. It's probably not gonna work, but I'll see what I can do.
I mean, where we
What's the worst that could occur?
the worst is that
really?
he uses a dark side point and we get a light side.
I mean, he's got 5 of them, so
immediately-
please. Elo, after that, is going to go up to Beegax and only address Beegax, sort of like, this conversation no longer involves you, Varlo. And we'll sort of like try to make it seem as though they're trying to be quiet. And we'll just say, Master Durgo, if you'd like to move and find somewhere else to invest your fortune, we can try a different planet, a different outer world.
He's gonna begin nodding.
Yeah, it's starting to look like this place is a little dangerous. There are huts here, and we're not allowed to carry weapons. We have to pay for permits. Yeah, you're right.
I feel as though Uncle Mander would really be disappointed if you wasted away his fortune.
Yeah, he'd be slightly upset. Yeah, you're correct.
Like he'll pick up what they are putting down.
And I'm assuming this is meant to be overheard,
Yes,
correct?
it is meant to be overheard.
Yeah, cool. Roll me a deception check.
Uh-oh, that was a bad idea.
We both are bad at it, so it doesn't matter.
And that's going to be 3
Yeah, he's
purple.
he's
so
a
hard
heavy hitter.
check.
He's a head. When it comes to interpersonal relationships, this Varlo is really good at this.
I guess.
His strength isn't strength; it's presence.
2 failures, 1 disadvantage.
Oh no, dude!
He in fact does overhear this, and he offers a smile. The visitor fees, droid registration fees, and of course the landing fees need to be paid up front.
Very well.
I'm gonna look at Elo. I'll point to Varlo. Pull Elo aside.
How many credits do you have?
23.
Okay, that's probably enough for the landing fee, but not for the personal registration.
Is there no other port that we can go to?
We gotta pay to get out of here, or else we're gonna have a shootout. And he looks at Elo. I can guarantee you they're gonna open fire the minute we try to take off.
He looks at the security guards. I just want to see what kind of weapons they got.
I believe they have, they look like heavy rifles.
Yeah, he figured. He knows why they're here. They're here to stop people like us from doing what we're trying to do right now.
Well, how much is the cost for the droid registration fee?
That's 5 credits as well, Master Durgo.
Thank you.
I have 0 credits. We cannot get off here.
We have no option.
So he'll ask you for the 20 at least, minimum.
Yeah.
Okay. Boop, boop. Transfer.
I'll pay for the landing fee, but the registration, it'll take some time. You see, my investments are tied up at the moment, and they'll process in about 12 to 24 hours. If you'll allow it. I'll wait on my ship, not setting foot in your spaceport until the credits clear, and then I'll pony up that, plus whatever else is required for the tariffs, if you will.
Make me a persuasion check.
Oh, dude.
And this will be average.
Persuasion. That's not a negotiation.
You're right, yes. I believe in you.
1 success, 1 threat. Fucking finally. We're gonna be on this landing bay for like the entire game.
He looks at you. He looks at the ship. He looks at this droid who seems to be falling apart.
I fixed parts of them.
Yeah. He looks back at his retinue and just holds up a finger. Takes Durgo away and says, I'm amenable to this negotiation. We'll take the landing fee and we can settle things up at a later time.
It kind of takes me by surprise.
Oh, of course. That sounds like a good deal.
And I don't mean anything by this, but you look a little hard up for cash, liquid cash.
That's correct, yes. As I mentioned before, I might have lied about some bad investments. One of them, in particular, was fairly negative.
We've all been there. I see that you've maybe had a bad time getting in here, and I don't want your stay on Socorro to be colored in a certain way.
Well, let me tell you about one particular color called pirates.
And I'll just point up.
When you say this, he in earnest, yes, we've been having quite a few problems with pirates. There's been an accelerated amount of that activity.
Well, there's one less, because we took care of one while we were up there.
And he looks at the ship again, and raises an eyebrow. I see. Then you have Socorro's thanks. I want to direct you to someone, just so that you can make your fees here. I can't speak to the kind of opportunities this individual will have, but I know that they have them. They're known for having them. There's a Rhodian named Placebo. He likes to sit at the Umbra Vale. It's a drinking hole just outside of the spaceport. You can't really miss it. Now again, Master Durgo, and I won't vouch for the kind of opportunities that he has available, but if you're looking to get some liquid assets, that'd be who I would talk to.
Very well. Thank you, Varlo. I assume we're on a first-name basis.
Can I just call you Dargo then?
Now you can call me B.
B. That didn't come up in our transponder codes.
And it shouldn't.
I'll wink at him a little bit.
A ship with 2 names. A man with 2 names, maybe.
Something like that.
If you see Placebo, tell him we're even.
You got it.
Oh, and tell him if he wants his stuff, he's gonna have to pick it up.
Done.
And he'll transfer 20 credits.
A pleasure, B. He starts to go and, gestures to the rest of his retinue to follow him.
Before he leaves, I'm like,
Huh?
And I'll make him come down to my level.
He leans down.
Just scan the cargo hold. Don't scan the second portion of our ship.
Well, that's out of my hands. Welcome to Socorro.
Thank you.
And as they're walking away, Beegax will go up to Elo.
We're up Scroggin Creek.
And he'll look at the credit like,
You have 3 left?
That's correct.
I need a drink.
We also need repairs.
3 credits isn't going to get us repairs. 3 credits will get us at least 2 drinks. So let's get going.
Let's go.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Respect the Crit, Empire's Edge. If you like what you heard, please consider supporting us by giving us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It's a simple thing that will really help us grow the show, and we love to read your feedback. For more information about the show, visit @RespectTheCrit on Twitter and Instagram. Beegax is played by Alex Herrera, who you can find on Twitter @AEHerrera or on his Twitch channel, WadeWolf10. Elo is played by Jamie Lee-Bonés, who you can find on Instagram @jamielee.bones. I'm Ian Duncan, your GM and MC, and you can find me @idunks on Twitter and Instagram. The original music featured in the show is provided with permissions by a variety of artists and are linked in the show notes. Please support them by visiting their platforms to check out more of their work and tell them how much you like the show. The Star Wars role-playing system and books are published by Fantasy Flight Games. And remember, whatever the system, whether it's a miss or a hit, you always gotta respect the crit. Thank you very much, and may the Force be with you.
a mother criffer.
What's that?
Mother Criffer.
What's that sound that people make when they are being... That one. That's the one when they're trying to be badass. Yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, brat, brat.
Bra, bra.
Yeah.
Wow, that's gonna
Taking the gap to the
Popping
street.
Trandoshans.
Oh wow.
What's that sound that people make when they're trying to be badass? Poppin' Trandoshans. Poppin' Trandoshans. Poppin' Trandoshans. Poppin' Trandoshans.
A mother criffer.
Taking the gap to the street.
Yeah.